Hey guys, it's Nick here with another episode of LCD. Welcome back, quarantines and quarantinis. Today I'm going to show you actually a craft. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Yes, I know. It's going to be a lot of fun. Today I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this
plastic container with a handle, whether it's a vinegar jar or something else, doesn't matter, into this. What is it, you ask? Well, it is a ball and cup game, which could amuse you for hours, maybe even years. So what else do we need? Well, we don't need exactly the same length of string or paracord as I have here, but less than a meter is more than enough, just long enough that you can tie the ends and catch the ball when it's attached. And of course, you'll need a ball. An old tennis ball will do just fine.
Yes, my dog chewed on that.
Then we're going to need some tools. So I'm talking about a screwdriver, preferably Phillips head, but really anything pointy. And we're going to need a sharp X-Acto knife or a sharp pointed knife. And then we've got everything we need. Happy face. So next thing we're going to do is take our jar, cup, whatever it is thing, and we're going to cut it around in the middle, just high enough so that it'll make a challenge when we're trying to throw the ball and catch it. And there we have it. So the next thing we're going to do is take our X-Acto knife and our tennis ball, and we're going to just try to find a spot that looks clear and be careful when we're pressing in, and we're going to try to cut, we're going to push in, and we're going to try to cut a little hole. It might help to try to make like an X. So you push in here on one side, and then might have to slice a little bit as I did. Of course, make sure your X-Acto knife is locked. But as you slice through a little bit, you can turn it over and slice the other direction to make a bit of an X until you've pierced through, or at least weakened, so that we can come back at it with our other handed anti-tool, without which we most certainly would be screwed. Yep, we're grabbing our screw, Phillips head, and we're going to poke it into that X and try to make it a little bit bigger. So depending on your screw, you might have a thicker or a thinner screw. You might have to go from a thinner screw to a thicker screw. But once we make that hole, then we just take our string and we're going to use that screw head to poke it into the ball. Now, I actually managed to do that the first try, and it held. And the reason it held is I didn't make my hole too big, and I managed to burn the edges of my paracord, which with a plastic-based rope will cause it to fuse into a nice hard plastic part. So next we have to prepare our cap for the string. So we're going to just take it off, and we're going to use our X-Acto knife again to make a nice little X, starting being careful where we're slicing and on top of what we're slicing. This is an old chair that I don't care about, for example, but you might want to use a cutting board if you have one, or just something outside that's tough and not your own lap for sure. But yeah, just cut, try to make an X if you can. Again, we're aiming to weaken it more to come back with the screwdriver. If you have a drill, or if your dad has a drill and wants to help out, that's really nice. If you got a drill bit, you can just drill right through really fast. But if you don't, then just take it, make a nice little X. You can see I also made a box over my X. You don't have to do that. That was the way I did it. And then you can take your screwdriver, and we're just going to come in with the screwdriver, and I'm just going back and forth with it and pushing it down. You actually have to press pretty hard, so don't be afraid to push pretty hard with them until you get it through, like that. Then pull your screwdriver back out. So then we're going to come in again with our rope on the other end, and we're going to use our screwdriver again to push it through. And this is maybe a little bit hard. I failed the first time, as you can see. It's okay to fail sometimes. It's what happens to everybody. So I had to make my hole a little bit bigger. I didn't actually have to use a bigger screwdriver. You might have to, just according to the size of your rope or your string, and then you're going to push it through again. So second time for the charm in this case, closer to the edge where I've melted the top, where it's now hard plastic. That's a little bit easier. Careful not to poke through and stab yourself. There, I went through my fingers there. Don't poke into your palm. And then once you get it through, you can pull the screwdriver back out, and boom, you've got the rope in. And just to make it extra secure, you can take it and you can tie it off. So I'm just doing a regular overhand knot, just a loop, and the end through the loop, like that. And then once you get that, pull it tight, because as I learned from people who taught me how to tie knots, a knot not dressed is a knot not tied, and making sure that your knot is pulled tight means it's dressed.
So now you've got this and this ready to go. You just screw it on, and then you have a toy, which you can use to try to flip into the cup. So again, this is Mr. Nick with LCD. I hope you have another great week, and I hope you have fun making this craft.
Don't forget to go on and check out our Facebook and Instagram, where you'll find the laughs, the L for the LCD this week. This was the distractions doing the craft. And of course, we still have ongoing competitions also, which you can find on our social media. Go check it out, guys.
That's all for this week. So without further ado, I want to remind you, until half a fortnight, keep it light.